Well, Pop Mart just released their brand new Labubu collection of Big Into Energy. Now, the Labubu size of the Big Into Energy are this big. I don't have them yet. They might be coming my way though, but there is a lot of drama surrounding the Labubus, the brand new set. Let me show you the set. By the way, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push that notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Thumb up this video. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Let me blend in the Labubus. So this is one of the boxes. Let me go to the last picture. So this is the set of the 6 plus the secret Labubu, which is 1 in 72. And if you buy a set, you get these 6. Now, I went on, what was it, April 24th when they released them on the Pop Mart website. I went on their website and I was like, it was impossible to order them. I already had them in my cart from the day prior because they allowed you to put them in your cart, but then you have to confirm them once they're released. Your cart has to be confirmed that you want to pay for them. Then you go to another page where the countdown of 15 minutes starts. You got to pay them within 15 minutes. Anyway, long story short, they were supposed to release at a certain hour. I was there on the dot, refreshing my cart. On the dot when they were released, the website went down. The Pop Mart website like crashed, okay? Not only was it not refreshing, but it was like the website wasn't refreshing. But when it finally managed to refresh, and Pop Mart has this sneaky tendency of doing this sometimes, it kind of like pushes you out of your own profile and it shows your cart as empty. Even though I had them in my cart, it was empty and I couldn't access them. I couldn't access my cart. I couldn't access them. Oh my God. But yeah. Oh, and also I couldn't even access the Pop Now part of the toys, because in America, at least you can access the Pop Now version of the Labubus where you get to shake a box and like you get to buy a box and they tell you like these 2 are not in this box, but one of the other 4 might be in the box. I couldn't access anything. Everything was blocked for at least an hour. And then after everything got unblocked, everything was sold out. But then I went to StockX. And a lot of people had the issues, okay? Huge drama. Huge drama. A lot of people had issues with the Labubu launch, with the Big Into Energy. Huge drama. Huge drama online. Huge drama online. And then also huge drama in real life. People waiting in line in front of Pop Mart. But let me tell you about StockX. Now, here is the big drama online. Now, first, the drama is that the website crashed and many of us couldn't grab a set. I'm not a reseller, obviously. I make little outfits for my Labubus. I love them to bits. But so StockX, how is it, and people are asking themselves, how is it possible that StockX, even before the launch date, already had a ton of Big Into Energy Labubu sets? Where do they come from? And also, let me show you, I got pictures. I have pictures. Exhibit A. This is, I'm filming this literally 1.5 days after they launched, but StockX was already selling them before, just FYI. Do you guys see this number? Last 3 days, as I am filming this video right now, it's the 26th of April. So actually, they launched on the 24th of April. That's 2 days ago. How is StockX selling them since 3 days? And also, the price. Last sale for $505. Buy now for $414. Place bid. Buy now. 8,175 sold in last 3 days. How the hell does StockX get so many? Now, I know that Pop Mart, for example, also sells on Amazon. Pop Mart has its own store on Amazon. I know that. So I don't know if Pop Mart is selling these on StockX. If StockX has a deal with Pop Mart to sell them for Pop Mart on StockX. Because these can't be resellers getting these Labubus a day before they launch. You guys, I did the math. Now, the new Labubus cost around about $28 plus shipping plus tax per Labubu. If you want the whole set, it's around about $170 plus tax plus shipping, so it's around about 200 bucks. They're charging you 414 or 500 for the whole set. Now, 8,175 sold in 3 days, and they're still available. While on the PopMart website, they're all sold out. They release them every day at a certain hour. They release a few and then they're all gone immediately. But on StockX, you can just buy them. I did the math. We're talking millions of dollars of profits in just 3 days. Millions of dollars. So what is going on here with StockX? Is PopMart in cahoots with StockX? And PopMart wants to make, allegedly, more money than on their own website because PopMart sells them for $27 something per Labubu, big into energy in America, on their PopMart website. But here, it's like double the price. So is it possible that they're charging more StockX to earn more profits for themselves to sell them on StockX where they're readily available? Is this what's going on? Because how the hell can StockX have so many? How could, and these are already sold. Now, unless StockX is not lying about the numbers. This I don't know. I don't know if StockX is tricking these numbers. This I don't know. But girl, this is some shady business going on, and people have noticed, and people are complaining online, and they're complaining a lot. People are complaining because of this, but people are also complaining because of alleged lack of quality. They've come home they've stood in line for hours and hours and hours. We can take this down. They have stood in line for hours and hours and hours, and they, in front of PopMart, they finally, if their PopMart actually sold the Labubus, the big into energy sets, and if they managed to get them, they would, pardon me, they would come home, unbox them. Some people noticed that they had doubles in their set. Some people actually, instead of getting the 6 colorways, we're not talking about the secret one, which is 1 in 72. Some people would unbox them and they would find out that they got like 2 red ones instead of 1 of each of the 6. And then some people were finding that the Labubus were scratched, their eyes had scratches over them, like one arm was stuffed properly, the other arm had no stuffing, one arm was shorter than the other. Like the quality control apparently of the big into energy is tragic, allegedly. I don't have a set myself, but quite a few of my friends managed to get a set and they're all complaining. Each and every one of them. Each and every one of them are complaining, okay? Now, my favorite Labubu ever is the Checkmate King because it has the Vivienne Westwood card eyes. And I took the crown off. It's super easy, by the way, to take the crown off. It does not hurt the Labubu. You just got to be very delicate how you cut off the strings. So this is what I did to my Labubu. And then I made the little Barbie hat. I cut the holes open for the ears. So I just love, 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 love this. But it's the perfect size for me. And, you know, she can also bend her little legs and sit down. Super cute. This is my favorite Labubu, but we digress. So the other issue is that PopMart has been called out for stealing an idea. Are you ready for this? Oh boy, the controversy. The Labubu big into energy controversy continues. I have collected receipts. Receipts. Let me show you. Blend in. Labubu big into energy ad, video ad, standing next to the Trolls 2016 ad for the movie Trolls. Courtesy credit to Bella on TikTok. And Bella says, I can't be the only one who's noticed this. PopMart Labubu big into energy promotion and Trolls 2016. Now, you guys, you might think, oh, it's a coincidence. It's just a flower. Big deal. Well, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a big deal if this were the only thing that was similar. Let me show you the next picture. Pop Mart Labubu Big Into Energy promotion? Trolls 2016. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, there's a rainbow burst of light coming from the ground. And here there's a rainbow burst of light coming from the ground. Okay, sure. Maybe it's also just a coincidence? Branderson says maybe they just really love that movie. Yeah, but I mean, maybe you credit your source. Like maybe if you really love the movie and you're a big fan of Trolls, maybe you say like, "Oh, we were so inspired by the Trolls movie that we love, so we kind of used it for our Labubu stuff." Really? And you might say, "Well, no big deal. It's just a ray of light. Who cares?" I got more for you. Bella did the research. Next picture. Okay, now we have a ring around a planet, and then we got a troll running around the ring. Well, there's no planet here, but there's other planets around, and then we got a Labubu on the ring, a rainbow ring. Man, Labubu, what, girl? Okay, well, okay. Okay, so we got the Pop Mart Labubu Big Into Energy promotion, Trolls 2016. I got more. You want to see the next one? Thank you, Bella. Credit to Bella. Next one. Labubu flying through the cosmos. Troll flying through the cosmos. Labubu having a rainbow following it as it flies through the cosmos. Actually, I would like to add one more thing. Here, the Labubu eyeball is semi-closed like Garfield. Are we trying to also... Are we pulling a Garfield here as well? Should we add also Garfield to the list of copied stuff? Robbie Lorraine says, Bella got receipts. Kuma says, Labubu is inspired by Trolls, but this ad is too similar, which is very weird, right? Purple Butterfly says, wow, it's a straight up ripoff. Let me show you the next picture. Bella got more receipts. Next picture. Pop Mart Labubu Big Into Energy. The Labubu is flying, creating the heart. Trolls flying, creating a heart. They even use the same colors. Like we're using the same colors, okay? But let's just use the same colors here because why not? Because nobody's gonna notice. Who's gonna know? You know that meme was big on Instagram, TikTok, where he said, they're not gonna know. Who's gonna know? They're gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're gonna know. No, they're not gonna know. Well, Bella knows, and Bella shared it with everybody else. I got one more for you. Let me show you the last picture. Once the heart is done and ready, the trolls fall down and bow. The Labubu falls down and bows. I mean, it's one thing to copy the aesthetics and the colors, but it's a whole other thing to copy the entire choreography. Like like to copy the entire choreography. Y'all, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like coincidence? Sure. Sure. Anyway, there's that. And then to top off the controversy of the Labubu Big Into Energy launch, at Century City in LA, apparently the people waiting in line for Pop Mart to open up to get their Labubus, apparently there was some beef, either Century City or some other Pop Mart. People were standing in line from 3 a.m. to wait for Pop Mart to open up so they can get their Labubus, and apparently they were not behaving the way that the staff asked them to behave. And so people were waiting from 3 a.m. until they opened up around 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. just to be scolded by the staff of Pop Mart, telling everybody, you've all misbehaved. This is not how ya behave. So we're not going to release any Labubu Big Into Energy today. All of y'all Yeet, yeet, go home. People were, I mean, upset doesn't begin. The drama. And you know what? I love my Labubus because I really do. I think they're adorable. But like, this is on a whole other level. I love the drama. This thing, this is giving me life. Like, and I didn't even manage to get my set of Labubus online of the Big Into Energy. I'm patient. I can wait a couple of days when things calm down. They're going to restock, especially if the quality is so trashy. They probably produced them so quickly because they probably wanted to produce a lot of them. So I'm sure they're going to keep restocking and I'm going to get my Labubus when I get them. That's okay. I just hope I don't get doubles. But like, to send people home because they were misbehaving and not give anybody the chance to buy a set like that, I would be livid. But I'm kind of living for the moment. Like, everything is such a mess. Like, this whole launch is such a mess. It is dramatic in the best way possible. So let me know your thoughts and prayers down below and subscribe to my channel. You know, let the Labubu fly. Let the Labubu live its life in happy, blissful joy. Thumb up the video and let me know your thoughts down below. Did you score a set? Because I haven't yet. Little rhyme. Love you loads. Bye.